Like I said, Brian the Ball is full of Dallas still stinks. You by the way, Kick Dick back here, and another day, another lost offensive coordinator potential candidate, maybe even a couple. This is getting to be crazy. Now, I know that we've got to be patient, that this is a process and the Eagles are going to find the right guy. But man, it sure seems like they're having a hard time finding the right candidate. Could it be that people are right? Could it be that people are possibly correct? That the Eagles, nobody wants to come here. Nobody. Maybe that's what's going on. I have a hard time believing that, but what the hell's going on? That's all I can say is what the hell is going on, because it seems like nobody is interested in this job. Nobody seemed hype about this job. I think we've only had two actual guys come in and interview. So the process hasn't even gotten that far past the Zoom call, and you gotta wonder what really is going on with this Eagles team. And I also gotta wonder, is how Jeffrey Lurie specifically, like, is he gonna put up with this much longer? Is this a Nick Sirianni thing? Is this a Jalen Hurts thing? Like, why don't they want to come here? Now, maybe I'm overreacting and I'm just feeling a little emotional. I don't know. But, it sure feels like we're having a hard time finding candidates that want to come. But who knows, okay? So let's start with this first. Joe Brady. Now, I can't say that that's the Eagles' fault. He got a head coaching job with the Buffalo Bills. Probably a pretty good call for the Bills, in my opinion, to hire him. I like him. I think he's a good potential coach. He's been there with Josh Allen, so maybe that's a good thing for them. But he's off the table. Then, today we find out Mike Garofalo wrote this. The Pound Eagles will interview Packers quarterback coach Sean Mannion in person this week for their offensive coordinator job, so to say. He's already interviewed once virtually, as Zenitz reported. The former NFL quarterback is now going further down the road with Philly on its offensive coordinator search. So I believe he's maybe the third guy that actually interviewed with them, okay? And it's really funny to me. I think this is really hilarious today, right? People are like, oh, Brian DeBall chose the Tennessee Titans over the Eagles. And everybody's acting surprised again that Brian DeBall is going to go to the Titans. Ab Schefter wrote earlier, ESPN sources, the Titans are now set to hire former Giants head coach Brian DeBall as their offensive coordinator, contingent upon him not getting the Raiders head coaching job. Okay? So he chooses the Tennessee Titans. Now listen, people, maybe that's not the case. Maybe he has good reason for what he's doing or why he's doing it. But that's not how it's going to look. It's going to look exactly like Connor Hughes right here says. Brian DeBall chooses Robert Saleh and Cam Ward over Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts. The truth of the matter is DeBall's a bum. A bum. All right? This dude, I said this yesterday. I said this weekend. When everybody started saying, oh, DeBall's back in it. He may be the guy. His name is back in it. I said he's using the Eagles. He's using the Eagles to get the job he wants. He always screws the Eagles. Why they would waste one friggin' second with this bum that couldn't coach Daniel Jones is beyond me. I'm sorry, dude. The guy's always screwing the Eagles. Why is anybody even surprised? Why? He stinks. I can't stand the ball, dude. I'm sorry. I just can't. I can't. The dude drives me nuts. He drives me nuts, One thing that doesn't drive me nuts, though, I'll tell you, is this. Growing up, I was obsessed with baseball cards, football cards. I would use every penny, every allowance dollar to go out and buy cards so I could be ripping them at the card shop, just praying for that one big hit, that one big card. Man, I wish we had something like this back when I was growing up, and I'm talking about Fanatics Live. And thanks to today's sponsor, Fanatics Live, this is honestly the most fun, easiest way to get back into collecting. I think I'm going to be doing it. Even if you're just starting out, it's 24/7 live streaming where you can jump in and rip packs with your host right on screen. They've got instant rips. Every digital pack you buy has a real professionally graded card inside. You see the floor and the ceiling value before you even hit buy. Then, bam! The host rips it live for you. The card shows up instantly in your collection. From there, you can keep it, have it sent to you, or you could sell it right back to them for credit. All right, you know what I say. Let's rip. Let's do it. We gotta get something here. We gotta get something good here. Let's see what we got. All right, come on, let's go. All right, here we go. Aaron Rodgers, all right. Top 50th, top football, 50th anniversary, tops, near mint, 8. I'll take it. That could be very, very valuable in the future. And the best part, for new users, you get a free Instant Rips pack graded card inside just for downloading the app and joining your first stream. Hit the link in the description, download the Fanatics app, and come rip with me. And remember, all these cards with Fanatics Live are graded and authenticated. That's right, you don't have to worry about it. They're graded and authenticated, and this is very, very important. Now, back to my rant here with these offensive coordinators and stuff. Liberty Line put out a little article which I thought was very, very interesting, and unfortunately, I think it's very, very true. Okay, I'm starting to get the feeling like they may be right. Okay, I am. I'm getting the feeling that they may be right. They wrote, Andy Reid is vouching for Matt Nagy, which means he'll probably end up the next Eagles offensive coordinator. Why the longer this whole thing goes, the more I feel that Nagy is going to be the guy. And a lot of it has to do with Andy Reid. When Andy Reid vouches for somebody, Jeffrey Lurie puts a lot of stock in that, okay? So Matt Nagy, if I had a bet who's going to be the next offensive coordinator, I would put my money on him right now. Not that I want him, but I think it's going to be him or Jim Bob Cooter, whatever the guy's name is. Cooter Hurts 2026. That's what people are saying, right? It may come down to that. At least the guy's got a wild, great name, so that's good. But I don't want Matt Nagy. I really don't. I think if we get Matt Nagy, we're going to get a lot of basically the same stuff we've already gotten the last few years. And it really, you got to wonder about the whole thing. Like, all this searching, all this looking for a coordinator, is it going to end up being the exact same offense? Because if that's the case, instead of going out and trying to get the perfect offensive coordinator for you that's going to do all this stuff, I can fix the offense really quick if you're going to go down the same route and do the same things. Okay? Here it is. Go out, get more running backs, get better offensive line, get a blocking tight end, and make sure you can run the ball. Because if you're going to go back to the offense that you had last year, you better be able to run the ball. And if you can run the ball, you'll have a chance to win. If not, you won't. It's that simple if you're going to go back that route, which a lot of people think no matter who we go out and get, that's what it's going to look like at the end. I'm not so sure, We've heard things where they said that Hurts is actually, people like to say, well, Hurts can't read defense stuff. It's actually Hurts that thinks the offense is too basic and it rely too much on vertical routes and not enough intermediate stuff and short passes. It's actually Hurts saying that. So we're going to have to see. It really makes you wonder, though. Is this, like, do people not want to be around the Eagles because of Nick Sirianni or because of Jalen? See, I don't believe it's Jalen Hurts at all. I don't believe that. Okay, Brian DeBall has no problem going coaching the Tennessee Titans, which is probably one of the worst offenses there are. So I just don't get it. I don't get it at all. But what are you doing? Stop playing, Delia. But it's very frustrating at this point in time. I'm not gonna lie. It's very frustrating. I'd much rather be talking about guys get ready to come in there, who we're going to be searching for free agency, but we can't even get the offensive coordinator right. I'm just frustrated with the whole thing. And let me say this: there's a lot of talk now that Mekhi Becton's going to be getting cut this offseason, which we kind of already knew. Should the Eagles go after Mekhi Becton? Hell yeah. Go after him, and go after him right away. Right away. Okay? Now, I still am going to draft an offensive lineman probably within the first 2 rounds of this draft. Hopefully, like another guard. But if you have a chance to go out and get Mekhi Becton if he comes back, yeah, I would do it. I have a feeling Mekhi Becton's like Nick Foles. He'll be good if he comes to Philly, but he ain't going to be good anywhere else. I just feel that way. So, I don't know. Oh, man. I'm so frustrated with this. I'm sorry. This is like a little bit of a rant today. I'm just frustrated. Like, I want to be talking about, like, the other stuff. And I feel like we got this we're basically hanging off a cliff, trying to get back up get off the cliff. And we're sitting here, can't worry about anything else. We've got to worry about getting an offensive coordinator. I have no idea who they're going to go after. I have no idea who they're going to hire. And I have no idea when they hire that person, what's it actually going to mean to this team? You still got to figure out the A.J.Brown situation. Like, you can't lose A.J. Brown. You can't lose that talent at offensive level. You can't tell me that this team has a hard time moving the football and that they're going to be better if they get rid of A.J. Brown. I don't buy it. I don't buy it at all. But, yeah, it's going to be interesting. I still would like to see, the Eagles get somebody in here that will actually change the offense and not just more of the same. We'll see. With that, take care. Talk to you later, of course. Don't be a dingbat. Remember, it's Howie Vision or Nick Vision, baby. We're all just living in it. But we do have the Senior Bowl coming up, which is going to be interesting. And Clint Hurt is actually coaching that, so that should be an interesting. I'm gonna definitely be watching this year. Usually, I don't watch the Senior Bowl when it's live. I go back and watch like tape delays, but I think I'm gonna watch it live, being that Hurt's there. Hopefully, Clint Hurt ain't going anywhere like Miami. I want him to stay in Philly. Denzel Washington out. That's all, folks.
The brother screwed us.